just me today. Me and only me. How are you? How can I see the chat? Oh. Hello. Maria left me alone for the probably one of the most important episode of Pluto. So thank you very, very much, Maria. Hi. I'm gonna start with the scorecard, even if it's just me and you, Jenny. If people join, I'm gonna say hello. But because it's just me, I don't want to waste any more time. And yeah, I mean, it. Oh, hi. It was a very intense episode, guys. It was very, very, very intense. Hello, guys. How are we feeling? Oh my god, like, I was shocked by the end of the episode, and I cannot believe Maria left me alone for this one. Out of all episodes, she left me alone for this. Like, oh, it's crazy. I'm gonna upload the episode at the end of today. Probably GMMTV will take 24 hours to approve it, but because Maria wasn't here, I've done something fun. I had a guest star. You'll see who it is. Oh my god, I know, right? I wasn't expecting the episode to be so crazy. Because all I had in mind was the sex scene, right? I was like, yes, we're gonna get to see the sex scene, yes. And then, oh my god, I just hope that next episode would be better, but I know that it's not gonna be better because how can it be better? I mean, they're gonna have to face all the drama from this episode. I don't know what May's gonna say to I really don't know what she's gonna say. Like, I feel like next episode will probably be next episode would probably be like one of those episodes where we are gonna cry, like cry a lot. And from the preview, maybe I got it wrong. From the preview, it looks like Un is letting the sister going back to the relationship, and she's taking like a step back, and I'm not ready for that. Like I don't know what they're gonna do about it, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So yeah, let's talk about this episode because if I think about next one, I'm gonna start crying now. I have my little iPad here to remember all the characters, but I will start with May as always. So May, she is well, she wasn't any worse than she was the previous episode, but also she wasn't better. So I feel like I'm gonna give May the same score we give to her last episode because she's very consistent. It was lovely to see her back, like her not her backstory, like her past. It was nice to see her past. It was nice to see that even in her younger age, she was always thinking of her first love and kind of like using that as a strength. It was nice to see her standing up to her dad, although that slap hurt. Like when her dad slapped her, I felt that on my cheek. It was painful. And it's nice to see how her cousin is so supportive of her. If you've been watching all the scorecards, I never liked the cousin, but I'm gonna be honest, like seeing how he was standing for up for May when they were younger, like I really appreciate him as a character. But we're talking about May anyway. May, I think, yeah, it was nice to see more of her. It was nice to understand more about her character and where she get the strength from. So I'm gonna give her for Chile because she was very consistent. She was very good, and it's always nice to see film, right? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I feel like the acting as well. The acting this episode from film was very good. She had a challenge where she needed to pretend that she was blind, but also she needed to pretend that she was, I don't know how to explain, like she was someone that can see again, pretending that she's blind. So it was like, like a mind blowing thing, and she really portrayed that very well. Um, I am always amazed with Namtam film acting skills, because they can always kind of like take me out of the um, oh, I'm watching film, I'm watching Namtam. No, I'm watching like these two characters, and they really feel like them. They don't feel like the actresses. Sometimes some actors or actresses, they will play a role, and you would be like, oh, you know what? Uh, I actually see the actress, I don't see the character. To give an example, like Wicked. I'm not sure if you guys watch Wicked, but although I think Ariana Grande did an amazing job, she was fantastic. Sometimes I was like, oh, this is Ariana Grande. But with Namtam film in this episode, or actually throughout the season, I didn't see the actresses, I see the people, and they feel so real that I think they are those people. Um, they have experience, and experience does matter in acting. Yeah, it does. You can tell. Come on, like this. If you can say like whatever you want about them as a couple, but you cannot say that they cannot act. That is like yeah, that is their strength. I would say the biggest strength, and in this field, it's the best strength to have. Yeah, I mean, they are amazing actresses. Um, but yeah, as a whole, I would give her four chilies, because May is, as I said, always very consistent, and there are sides of her that I really like, and she is becoming the character that I want to see, because we've seen her strength, we've seen her weaknesses, and now she's kind of like merging the two and becoming like the perfect for me character in this series. I'm not sure how she's gonna handle what's coming for her, because she has a lot. Let's say that she needs to explain a lot, and also with the fact that she's faking her blindness now. Although it's for good reason, you might say it is for good reasons, but she's gonna have to explain a lot, and I feel like she's gonna like break. She's gonna break next episode. I'm not sure how she's gonna handle it all. Yeah. Talking about Namtan, um, let's talk about Un. So Un was probably, she's so real. I don't know even how to explain this. Every time I look at Un, I can relate. It makes me feel like she is one of my friends, and I really feel for her. I truly feel for her. Um, when everything is going well, when she is in love, finally, when she is happy, of course, something must happen that destroy everything for her. This poor character cannot catch a break. Like she really is like a saint. Like they should give her this title. She is a saint. She is always sacrificing herself for everyone, but when is her time to be happy? I i need her to be happy. Guys, you don't understand how much I need her to smile. This episode was really a dagger into her heart, and I cannot, when she was crying in the car, when she was crying at the hospital with her friends towards the end, I cannot see her like this anymore. How can we go from her smiling and being silly on the bed when she realized that she's May's first love, to see her cry like that? Like, it's cruel. It's next level cruel, and I have enough. I need her to be happy, guys. I really need her to be happy, and I cannot wait for the end of this season to see her fully realized and happy. I know, my heart broke as well. Like, I was literally looking at the car scene, and my heart was breaking for two reasons. One, Un was crying, thinking that May couldn't see her, and she even say, "Oh, at time like this, I'm glad that she cannot see me." And I was like, oh my god, no, she can see you, girl. She can, and I don't know how May did not burst crying. like I would not be as strong as she is. And oh my god, film face when she was acting in that scene, I think it was like top tier. Namtam as well, her crying, it's so real, so I want to say satisfying. It might not be the right word, but um, it's kind of like she's going all the way in. She's not holding back. She's not like, oh, I want to look pretty, you know, like pretty crying, and she'll be like, oh, no, she's like proper like ugly face, you know, like it's a very she's feeling it, right? It's a satisfied crying. I don't know if it makes sense for you guys. But as a whole, Namtan character Un, she was very good this episode, as in like she showed us how selfless she is once more. Because you can tell from all the little things she does, for May, that she's really selfless. Um, Something stupid as helping her getting out of the car, or something silly as I don't know, like I cannot think of anything else, like blowing on her food before she eats. She really is the embodiment of someone that is truly selfless and only think of the person they love, and they put that person before them. Um, Also, she had her first sexual experience this episode, didn't she? Um, I think I'm correct. She never had sex before, right? With a man or a woman. I don't think she did. So today it was today. I mean, yesterday really, because the episode came out yesterday. It was her very first time with a girl. So that was a very special moment for her. And she looked so happy, both before and after, and you could really tell that it was everything she was hoping for. And she, you know, sometimes you're looking forward to something, and then you're like, oh, it wasn't that good, but you can tell that she was fully realized, she was fully happy, she was full of joy. Uh, yeah, she was like the own I want to see, and then of course the storm came. But anyway, at least it was nice to see her happy for a little bit. Let me see what you guys have to say about her. Oh, I didn't give it the score, by the way. I give her 5 because she did nothing wrong. she she did everything right this episode. My heart broke. Yep. I agree. My heart is in small little pieces now. Um, she needs to be selfish for once. Yeah. Oh my god. Yes. She needs to be selfish. That is so true, because although she's a green flag, by being selfless, she will end up hurting so much that she will not have any love left to give. Like, you need, sometimes in life, guys, you need to be selfish a little bit, because we are human and we cannot do what she's doing to that extent. She gotta be happy. She gotta find her happiness, and sometimes she's going too far with this being selfless. I felt all the emotion with Namtan acting. I mean, she's a pro, guys. She is the best actress out there. Um, yeah, she had her first time with May, which was lovely. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. They just made it so sweet and romantic. There you go. Okay, you anticipated what I was gonna say. So, guys, you watch my reaction to the first kiss, and I hated it. I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. I hated the first kiss, but this episode, I was so happy that they decided to take the romantic and cute direction for the love scene. And guys, the kiss that they exchange during that scene, I think it was their best kiss to date. And it worked so well because it wasn't coming from a place of lust. It wasn't coming from a place of I want to have sex. It was coming from a place of I love you. I want to be one with you. I want to be romantically attached to you in this moment right now. And I feel like that is them, right? So Anin and Pin from the Loyal Pin, they are, yeah, they love each other, but also they have this very big kind of like sexual drive. They are really like attracted to each other in that way, and sex for that couple is very, very important. So it's only fair that Free and Becky, when it comes to love scene, they show us that side, because it's a very passionate love story. Um, Take Stubborn and Delulu from Blank the series. They love each other so much, but part of the relationship is also that sexual awakening, that sexual drive. And whenever they have sex, they have that kind of like, it goes in that direction, right? But from these two girls, from May and for May and Un, sex is not what is important, but is more becoming one and showing to each other that they love each other. That is the way to go. And that's why it works so much, because it's true to the character. It's not something that character wise doesn't match, it match with them as characters, and it remove the attention from just the sex, bringing the attention to the feelings that they feel for each other, and how those feelings are different from May and or from any other couple that surround them, really. They need to kind of like dive deep into the feeling side of the story, because that it was matter in Pluto. And also Pluto has so much more around it, that if you start focusing on the sex, it will go into a direction that doesn't match the vibe, and it will feel wrong. So I said it before, and I'm gonna say it now, especially after seeing this episode. We do not need sex as a drive in Pluto. We need them to be intimate with each other, whether it is a beautiful, soft and heartfelt love scene, whether it is a beautiful soft kiss, whether it's just touching, whether it's just hugging, whether it's just snuggling on the bed. That is the kind of interaction I want from them. And this episode gave us that. Mwah. 10 across the boards. I was happy. I couldn't be happier. And I just, I don't know, well done. Well done. Well done. Because at the end of the day, when I think about this episode, although the sex scene is a highlight of it, it's not all I remember. I remember the plot scenes, like the how do you say, like the twists and the drama, and I remember the specific scene in the car, or you know, like it's so beautiful how everything fall together as part of the same thing, rather than an episode being the most watched just because the sex scene is incredible. Like, let's not reduce this series to just that. Um, yeah, sorry, I really like went onto one with this sex scene, but I was very happy how they handle it. So I really wanted to give it like the space it deserves. And I'm gonna score this sex scene 5 chilies. It's not the best sex scene in terms of them having sex, but it's the best sex scene in terms of like making us feel how they feel, and creating something beautiful. Cool. Next, let's not talk about sex only in this scorecard. Let's talk about other characters that really, really left a mark this episode. And I want to talk about the cousin. I already mentioned it briefly at the beginning of this scorecard when I was talking about May. But the cousin really, he really became one of my, I'm not going to say favorite sidekicks, but definitely he's up there with probably like Prick from Loyal Pin, amongst the character that amongst the supporting roles. I don't know how else to explain it. Like he's a very great supporting role, and I understand now that he is essential for May. He is really like her right hand. He is another selfless character, I would say, very much like Un. He's really, really, really there to support his family, and you gotta appreciate that. Not every family member will stand up for you like that, and the fact that he had to break up with the love of his life um, at the end of the day for May, because it was to kind of like not create a scene and go against May's family. I think that's priceless. I mean, kudos to you. Very well done. I really appreciate you as a character, and it took me a little bit to warm up to you, but now I really like you, and I want to give you the score you need because, boy, you did very well, and I'll give you a 4. We need him to look after our May because she will need him even more now that she's about to lose the love of her life. Let's read some comments. Yes, he helped a lot. I liked him already when May talked with him about Kosol, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, the thing that I didn't like him before because I always thought that he was a bit shady, but I think it's just how the actor is acting. It give him this kind of like mysterious feel, and I was paranoid. I was like, I don't know. I thought he was gonna get in the middle of the couple, kind of like trying to split them up. And don't get me wrong, he did try in a way to push, maybe like to make sure that Un was the right person, but now he's like fully supportive, and yeah, you gotta love him. He was there for May on her lowest moment to support her, and he's gonna be there from next episode, I guess, because a lot is gonna happen, and he needs to be there for her. 100%. Like she doesn't have many good friends, but yeah, she got a good cousin. Let's say that. Um, in terms of like the other character that I want to score, I feel like perhaps it's good to talk about the three. I want to say the threesome. It's not a threesome because they haven't done anything yet together. Throuple. I want to talk about the throuple. I feel like they are going backwards in a way. I feel like they've been doing like little baby steps towards like them being together as a throuple. And I feel like this episode they kind of like went backwards because they are a bit kind of like wasting time with I like you, but you like her, but she like me. Why you two together? Like I cannot wait for them to kind of like realize that the best thing to do is to be together, all of you. Like you don't need to choose. The three of you can be together and be happy, because I think that's the way that it's gonna go, and I really feel like these three characters they're all in a way they're all like in need of a lot of love and attentions, and what better way to do that than having two girlfriends? Like come on, you can all be there for each other and you can all live together. Rent will be cheaper because you divide it by 3, and I mean sex will be great because it's 3 of you. But all joke aside, I feel like they're getting there. They're getting towards that happiness they are looking for. I feel like the biggest obstacle for them at the moment is to realize who they love and how to kind of like how to navigate this new stage of their life because they are stuck in the past, or at least some of them are, and I feel like it's time for them to move forward together, of course. But yeah, this was pretty much all in terms of like scoring the characters because we are at that point in the story where we are focusing on, oh my god, what am I saying? I forgot I didn't score that little bitch. Sorry guys, I completely removed her from my brain, but she decided to wake up after 9 episodes, and she decided to destroy in one sentence all the hard work that her sister done in 9 episodes in one sentence. That one sentence destroy everything, and it kind of like created this avalanche, this like explosion, this um domino effect. And now, like, I feel like she's going to almost like try and steal May. Am I wrong in saying that? I feel like that is what she's going to do. Also, I don't believe she forgot about Paul. I think she is very cleverly pretending to be to have amnesia, and she is going to use that to win May's back. Although she will not be able to because May doesn't love her. But I mean, girl, if you want to try, go ahead and try. You will lose. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, I don't believe I almost forgot to talk about her. Like, she probably done the most damage ever in one episode. To be fair, like, for the whole episode I was screaming at her to go back to sleep. And I mean, I know that she's not 100% bad, because as all characters she have some traumas that push her to do what she's doing. um but at the same time, guys, she is, what is the opposite of selfish, right? Yeah, so she is probably like the most selfish character we have seen in this series. Like, that's all, because she's only thinking about the love she feels for May, but she doesn't think how her love is making her feel. I cannot even speak English now. But it's not enough to love someone if your love is hurting these people, the person you love. And we saw from the previous episode that she was too possessive, to the point that May was uncomfortable. So, girl, like, I understand that you love her, but unfortunately, she doesn't love you. And why would you, like, waste May's time when May can move on? It's very selfish of her. Like, it's very. You can tell that she's used to getting everything she wants. And when she doesn't get one thing, she needs to make a big drama out of it. And I understand it's not her fault she got in a car accident, although I wouldn't exclude that she that she made that herself to be at the center of the attention. But like, let May go, let her go. You know that you're not her first love. You know that your sister is her first love. Let her be happy. Really, like, if not for May, for your sister. If not for me, for your sister. What do you guys have to say about um um was a red flag from the beginning. I don't understand why people say she's the one. Wait, what? Oh, I don't understand why people say that she's the one with the sad story. I mean, at the moment when she May loves Ai and not her, she should have told Ai. Yeah, I mean, um, exactly. Like, her story is not sad. Like, boo hoo, you don't have someone that loves you, but your grandma always loved you more. You have a very good job. You have friends that love you. Like, you are lucky. You are the one that's getting everything. Like, wow, for one time that you don't have something, like, come on, grow up. Like, she is such a child. Um, Jenny said, "Yeah, I rewatch it, and she magically only forget only Paul and nothing else." Right? That is very convenient. How convenient is you only forget about Paul? Wow! Like, oh my god! Like, I forgot about the one thing that. Oh my god! Never mind. Antonella say next episode I must know. Wait, sorry, what? Next episode I must know I will not like I decision. Not a spoiler, but I can imagine she will let took her place. It's not a spoiler because we saw that on the preview, and I agree with you. Like, I feel like that is the worst decision ever, and it's gonna be the biggest slap on May's face because it's almost actually saying, you don't deserve my love, so I'm sending you my sister. I don't know if it makes sense for you guys, but it's almost like she is giving up on everything. Um, Antonella say again, yes, she's so selfish. She's the worst enemy. She is. She is such an annoying character because she has the power to ruin everything, but she also, which she've done, by the way, she's already done it, but she also has the power of just making everything fine by being selfless, but she's not gonna be because she's selfish. But we can't deny that loves her sister. That I cannot deny. You're right, because at the hospital when they talk about Batman, and says what actually happened, and she kind of like give the spoiler to that her girlfriend May defended Batman. You can tell that she is saying that from a place of love, as in like she's genuinely worried that the sister will resent her for loving someone that defended Batman. um, but at the end of the day, love is possessive, and every time she loves someone, she almost needs to be in charge of their lives, if it makes sense. And that is a kind of toxic love that, yes, it is love, because I don't deny that loves May as well. Like, I believe her when she said that she loves her, but it's the kind of love that she has for these people that is a bit toxic, and if she doesn't change that, she cannot change as a person. Um, mm, mm, mm. I'm trying to say, but doing like this, she will hurt herself, May, and too. I think you're talking about Ai's decision of sending her sister forward instead of her. Yeah, that is a recipe for disaster, and she will hurt everyone in the process, and the grandma, because the grandma is gonna be there like crying, because both her granddaughters are suffering, so everyone will be in pain. But yeah, I feel like next episode would be a very interesting one. It would be a turning point from some character, and few of them will make very bad decisions. So I really look forward to watch that and see how my girls are going to go forward. Because what we are, how many episodes do we have for this season? Is it 12? No. How many episodes do we have, guys, for this season? Not many left, right? Because we are on episode 9, next one is 10, 12 episode, yeah. So we only have what? 10, 11, 12, 3 episodes left. We are at the end, because I would say like episode 12 would probably like more of what happened after the happy ending. So really we have episode 10, 11 for everything to be resolved, to find out what happened in the car accident, to resolve all the kind of like storylines. So they better hurry up and they better do a good job, because I want them to fully conclude the series in a way that we don't have anything missing. I don't want to finish this series and be like, oh, but they forgot to explain this, forgot to explain that. They better like fill this 2 episode left, 3 episode left, with as much content as possible, because if they ruin Pluto, in the last 3 episodes, I'm gonna boycott GMMTV going forward. I'm gonna like chain myself in front of GMMTV studios, and I don't know. They cannot ruin this series in the last 3 episodes, and they have so much to do. They have so much to do, so much they still need to do, so many storylines to complete. They need to hurry up. They need to hurry up and do it properly and do it well. I hope next episode will also be a little bit romantic and hot, not always crying. As for hot, as I said before, I don't need hot. Romantic, yeah. I hope there is gonna be some romance, some love involved in the next episode, because if it's all about drama, I might need a drink during the episode. But to be realistic, where are they gonna find the space for romantic interaction when we are in the middle of the storm and they only have 3 episodes to resolve this? I don't know. I don't know. I agree with you. I would like next episode to be romantic as well as dramatic, but to be realistic, I don't think it's going to be. Nantam Film talk about another scene. Didn't they say episode 11 is gonna be like another kind of like hot scene? I believe they said episode 11, which would make sense because by episode 11 they might have resolved the drama of them not being together anymore. The black dress, I don't know what does it mean, the black dress. Hopefully it doesn't mean that it's gonna be a funeral, or that they're gonna have sex at a funeral. That would be a bit crazy. But I don't know. I think episode 11 will have another sex scene. See why I need Maria. Maria will know all of this. Maria will be able to tell me which episode, which second they're gonna have sex or they're gonna kiss, because she's always on the damn X looking at tweets and whatnot. Like, she is the brain of the operation. I think it will be a big fight between and May when May choose A and A have to choose between her sister and her love. Well, yeah. that is probably gonna be that last choice. And it's gonna be probably in episode 11. I think we're gonna have that in episode 11, and it's gonna be the final choice. But it doesn't have to be her sister or her lover. It could be both, and I don't know, will understand eventually, right? She loved her sister at the end of the day, so I don't know. I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle this. I'm definitely curious to see how they're gonna handle this. But guys, although I've been loving talking with you about what could be and what will be and what has been, it's time for me to wrap up and finish to edit the episode of Pluto, because it's almost ready and I need to get it approved so you guys can see it. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for joining me on this live. It means a lot, especially because Maria is not here. So you guys are keeping me company talking about Pluto. And next episode, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna react. If it's gonna be by myself, if it's gonna be with Maria, because we're both on holiday. But it's gonna come out. We're gonna react, and I look forward for you to see our reactions. Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.